Hey now, it's Little Paulette without the gang, and I am back with a recap of The Riches, Season 1, Episode 5, What Needs to Be Done. Are y'all ready? Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe.
Y'all, Nina is getting shown around this gorgeous hotel that we was talking about at the end of episode 4, where they said that the fathers told him to expect her. And they take Nina over to, looks like the room that her father was in, but it looks like a damn apartment. It is dope. Dope. So the lady tells Nina, the one that was excited to see her, that her father's driver is at her disposal as well. And then she leaves, and Nina's kind of has like a, I don't know if it's a hallucination, but she sees the father in the corner of the room. He's making a drink. He sits down. He looks at Nina and he smiles with the drink in his hand. And then she looks again and he's gone like there's nothing there in the chair. But he's happy that Nina came there. She about to find out, y'all. Nina says to herself, what am I missing? Cut to the stepmommy Claudia. Alesha and Gus are in church, and the pastor is thanking her for a generous donation and talking about how she overcame and she can't have a testimony without a test and all of that. So she took the money, I guess some of the money that she got from the deal, and she gave the church a generous donation. That was nice. Boy toy Andre is in some expensive jewelry store buying some watch that he probably can't really afford for $16,000, showing off to a friend while the guard is watching him, like they watch black people in every store. But his friend told him, I don't know if it's his friend or his brother, but I don't remember seeing this guy before. And he tells him the deal isn't even closed yet. He's like, it's closed. Claudia gets what she want. I get what I want. Okay. Nina meets with the oncologist that her father was seeing, and it turns out that he only saw the doctor once in January, but he went to Zurich 7 times. And she asked him, was it suspicious for him to have inoperable cancer and die of a heart attack? And the doctor confirmed that people with cancer are more likely to die from stroke or heart attack. That's a public service announcement for you listeners. Take your butt to the doctor if you have insurance. Take advantage of that. Don't wait until you get sick to try to fix it. Take care of yourself now. And I need to take heed to my own words. I don't have insurance, but I do the best that I can with what I can naturally. If natural's your route, do that as well. But don't wait until you get sick and try to fix it. It's like waiting until you get a flat tire when you saw that you had that slow leak. Let's get them tires fixed now, so we ain't got to worry about replacing a whole new tire. Because guess what? You can't replace a whole new you. There's only one of you. Doctor said that he can't really help her with why the father would have been there all them other times. Basically, he only know about why he came to see him. I can't tell if he lying or not yet. I don't know. My spidey senses ain't tingling yet, y'all. And Mr. Gus, the one who thought he was going to inherit the company, he wakes up with old girl that he had bought the gift for that threw it at him and said she wasn't going to be bought. He talked about she must have woke up early and put on some makeup. She was like, nah, this is my face. I woke up like this, ninja. He asked her what she used. She tell him, and she's surprised that a dude would ask her about her skin regimen, which I don't understand why, because Gus owns a skin care company. But somebody that's supposed to be so smart and so feminist, you don't know what the guy does that you sleeping with? Sound dumb to me, but yeah. She gets a call and she said she gotta go. He said I could drive you. She said I gotta go pick up my kid. And he like, kid? Now this chick ain't never told her she had no kid all this damn time. This is the waitress girl. My bad. Her name is Sasha. So Maureen is in the office talking to one of the black co-workers. Maureen is the white lady that used to be the dad's administrative assistant, and Andre is the boy toy that's sleeping with the dad's wife. Comes to hand the guy that she's talking to and a manila envelope. And when he does, he rolls up his sleeve a little bit first to show the watch. And she turns around and says, "Nice watch." He is such a, that's Dusty behavior. And she said, "You're very pleased with yourself." And he's smirking and shaking his head. "I brokered a big deal for this company. Everybody wins." She was like, "Just be careful, Andre." Andre talking about you worry too much. She said, "Don't ever underestimate this family. You better listen to her." And he talking about we're the ones that kept this business afloat, not those spoiled little brats. Talking about his woman's kids. Okay, he is very disloyal, very disloyal. But he messing with a disloyal woman, so. And what did Maureen say? Loyalty is important to life. See, she see what I see. You gonna have the nerve to say what does loyalty do for people like us? She said, "You mean like the £1,000,000 he left me in his will?" That's what loyalty do, ninja. She said, "You stink of ambition and nobody trusts you." Damn. She said, "That's not a safe place for you," and walked away. Nina's at some upscale bar, maybe in a hotel, like a nice place, and a white dude comes up to her trying to kick it to her, and he thought she was like from Chateau's place or something like that, which is basically, I guess, an upscale brothel. The bartender tells her. He had to add in later that it was upscale, and she was like, "Yay for me." Wait a minute, is that what her father was doing? Was her mother in on this shit? Is that maybe the mother looked like her when she was younger? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like her mother and father they know more than what. They're sneaky. The mother and father and the new wife. All with all these secrets. Nina's in the car with the driver. She calls Gideon and tells him that Zurich was a bust and she's coming back in the morning. And then the driver starts smiling and says, "I used to drive your father." Y'all know that smile mean that he knows some shit. He knows something, y'all. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. The driver said he was kind and generous and he often took him to IAV, whatever the heck that is. And Nina said, "What's IAV?" Cha. International Albite Waltz. And it's a sign and it has Zurich on top. Next to it says London, New York. That's to the left of it. To the right, it says Moscow and Tokyo. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is some real shit right here. And some guy comes out and Nina's like, "I know I don't have a key." And he's like, "Your passport is sufficient, Miss Nina Richards." And Nina's looking all confused and she's like, "Well, who else has access?" And he's like, "Just 1 second." And he looks and he says, "Other than your father, you are the only other person that is approved." What? I'm telling y'all, this show is not called Riches for nothing. No, it's not. And of course, we got little Miss Spoiled Brat Wanda in the burgundy or red dress right there. And she is helping her boyfriend, Mr. Dusty Luke. Look like he's doing some auditioning or something. And he keeps messing up. And she admits to him that she knows who talked to the journalist who trashed them, she says. And he's like, "Who?" And then she says it was Alicia. And he's like, "Why? Why would she do that?" "Oh man, she's always been the jealous type." And she's just looking at him because if y'all remember in the last episode, she got a text. She saw his phone, and she saw the text from the journalist that said that thanks for the story and how they paid him. Nina calls Gideon to let him know that she found all of her father's paperwork and he was on the trail of whoever was embezzling. But Gideon is asking, who was it? And she's like, he didn't finish. She didn't find out who it was. But she can feel it and she is on the way of finding out who it was. Stall them, whatever way you can do. Find a loophole, whatever you can, so she can figure out who it was that stole this money. Nah, Nina's looking through her father's paperwork and she sees something that says Claudia's surveillance. Claudia is the wife. So I'm guessing Stephen knew about the boy toy. Gideon calls and she asks Gideon, did he know that Stephen was investigating Claudia? He said he didn't, but she did see something in there about putting a big down payment down on boy toy Andre's condo or something like that. Mm. About to look into Andre's finances. It's about to come out. I know this little skinny, ugly thing ain't still no money. No wonder he was able to buy that damn that watch. Maybe that's why they showed him buying that watch in the beginning, because the guy did say the deal didn't even go through. And he is the CFO. The CFO is the Chief Financial Officer. They're supposed to know every penny that goes in and out of the company. He tried to say the father was hiding stuff and he didn't let him do stuff, you know. He was too controlling or too micromanaging. It's easy to say after the person died. And Nina was like, how could Claudia steal from her own children? I don't know why I start stuttering like that. From her own children. I hope not Claudia, but it's probably Claudia and Boy Toy together. Las Giddy Industries? She's looking at the paperwork and she sees that, and Nina is about to lose her mind. She's like, what? What is this Las Giddies? I don't remember, y'all. Help me out. Did I bring this up in some previous episodes? Or is this something that I missed? What's up with this? Now Mr. Andre is showing on that new company that bought them out around the building, and they're telling them how nice it is. But let's get to the products. They show Gus and Alesha in the office watching them do the tour or whatever, and Gus is like, he's loving that. And Alesha's like, do you want to do the tour? Gus is like, we need to start thinking about our priorities for the next quarter, blah, blah, blah. And Alesha's like, have you heard from Nina? And he was like, she wouldn't call me. Gus said, we did what we had to. She said, I know. And as she's saying, I know, she's looking in the glass and she's seeing Maureen packing up her desk. Maureen is out. She don't trust that family. Then we hear the rat-tat-tat on the door, and it's those people from the new company. I can't think of the name of them. Impromptu or something like that. And they're like, Gus, Alesha, hi, I'm Chloe. Just want to say hi, and we just want to assure you that nothing's going to change. And Gus is like, that's good to hear. And you know damn well it is. Claudia's opened up a box. It looked like a gift for some nice cosmetics and facial creams and stuff like that. And boy toy Andre calls her and says they got a small problem and they got cold feet. I mean, they don't got cold feet. Um, they're stalling. The company's stalling. And she said keep it to yourself so the kids don't get cold feet. Uh-oh. Gus tries out the beauty products that Sasha told him that she used. Alesha comes in and teases him about it, and he pitches to her that they should get in on the skincare market, specifically the Korean skincare market, and that they don't have to go through Hong Kong like everybody else does, and etc. etc. And Alesha's down with it. Now let's see if this new company is going to listen to their idea the same way Nina would have listened to it and would have told them to go ahead and do it. They're about to get their first taste. Or I could be wrong and the company will be open to it. And we'll let them go ahead and do it. Not just open to it, but we'll let them go ahead and do it. Give them the say so, the go. Because remember, they supposed to be CEOs. So they ain't really supposed to have to go through anybody like that. Because those are the people at the top that make the decisions. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? Oh, okay. Because they usually just answer the board members, not people in the company. So let's see. Wow, Nina calls Simon and tells Simon that their mother has been lying to them and that their father has been paying for them all along. That whatever Las Gras industry thing is the money to her. And he was like, we need to talk to mom. This lady is a trip. And then she vetoed it and messed them up from inheriting the company. She was, and I remember, was it the first episode where the mother was like, I got us to America. I came to live with my sister or something. She was like, your father didn't help me at all. Lies. And Nina like, shit, why we gotta talk to her so we can hear more lies? And he's like, Simon's like, you haven't spoken to her since the vote. Like, we already lost one parent. You need to hear her out. But what I don't like is the husband in the background making faces and stuff. Like, if this was your family, your ass to be trying to figure it out too. Like, sit your ass down. Or go to Europe. I mean, you scared that he going back? Go with him then. Take a leave of absence. Your husband is a millionaire. Like, literally. His father left him millions of dollars. So, y'all are good. Whew. Simon said he wished she would come home. Take a break. She don't belong there. Nina was like, "Sorry, I gotta go." She just like stopped and just hung up. She hot as fish grease because her mother been lying all this time. So I don't know why we got all these secrets. Why do these families insist on lying and hiding everything? It only makes things worse later. You can still talk to your kids and talk to them in a way that they will understand without telling them the adult version of it, just so they will have an idea of what is going on. And then when they get older and they want to know the meat and potatoes, you can give that to them. Stop hiding shit all the damn time. Damn, why is everything a damn secret? And these kids are left trying to figure out stuff generations later. It makes no sense. Stop this mess. And just like Nina said, they turned them down. Ultimate. That's the name of them. Ultimate. They turned them down. They told them no. They want to focus on them growing the stuff that they already do. Not no skincare because Ultimate already got that covered basically. And you stick with the black stuff because she said the diverse stuff. So you stick with the black stuff, black hair care and stuff, and we'll do the skincare for everybody else basically. They only gonna be there in name. And I don't even know how long that's gonna last. Nina tried to tell y'all. And remember I said last episode they gonna have to go to Nina for help. You watch. They gonna go to Nina for help. And she said, plus they had some financial difficulties that they need to come over, get over first. And she told them that, that's not what they're gonna be doing. And Gus is like, well, we get to, as CEOs, we get to say what we launch and stuff like that. She was like, nah, because I have the power to veto that. He was like, veto. So I have to get permission. We got to get permission. And she was like, I'm saying, let's work together. Basically, what Nina told you, dummy. Y'all are dumb. She tried to tell y'all. Y'all had to do what y'all had to do, right? You already know your mother ain't shit, so. Cuts to the Richards house with Claudia, Alesha, and Gus getting served, for dinner, and they complaining to her about how the company turned them down, and she telling them that it's just early. Don't worry, this is just you'll be able to do whatever you want to do soon. You got power. And in pops Wanda, and she's like, "Trouble in paradise already?" And Gus rolls his eyes like a bish that he is. Wanda asked him, was they celebrating selling off the family's legacy? Go Wanda. Nina's going through her father's stuff, and some envelope dropped out of the other envelopes, and she opened it, and she had a little smile on her face, y'all. Hope that means she found out some good news. Wanda's complaining that the mother is on the phone when she want a family dinner, and her sister Alesha started talking junk about that girl Sasha, saying she a gold digger to Gus. And then Wanda apologizes to to Alesha, and says that it was Luke. She know it wasn't her, who talked to the journalist and how she saw his bank statement. And Alesha said that she wasn't surprised because he been leeching since the beginning. And I told y'all he was a Dusty. I knew he was an old white Dusty. I knew it. He ain't old, oh, he young. But he's a young Dusty. Dusty. Alesha said to Wanda, you are gonna do something about it. Wanda gonna say, I'm not like you. I don't enjoy being alone all the time. Alesha said, well, enjoy being used then. Wanda leaves out the door and Nina's out there. And Nina thanks her for voting with her. And Wanda still got a spoiled brat attitude. She rolls her eyes and said it didn't make any difference and just walks away. This little girl, man, I'd have to slap her with that big bowling ball head. I'd have to knock that little head up against the wall. She was my sister, punk. Yo, then Nina just walks in where they're eating at. And they're like talking shit about Wanda and her bad attitude or whatever. At least Claudia was. And Nina just walked in there and she put her purse down. And they look in, and I think Claudia said, what the hell? And Nina was like, you don't lock doors around here? Uh-oh. She must have found out that Claudia was the one stealing the money, y'all. She gonna ask Nina, shouldn't you be packing? Nina was like, you want to hear this? And she was like, you lost. There's nothing else to discuss. Nina said, the battle. She said, what? She said, I lost the battle. Like, I ain't lose the war, bitch. No. And Claudia looks very frightened. Frightened. Wanda's in the club and she sees Luke, but she doesn't go up to him. She goes in the bathroom and texts him, where are you? And while she's waiting for him to respond, it's two white girls in the stall talking about her, saying the same thing her sister said, that how Luke was just using her, how she moved them up into the big house and she paid for everything and take them on trips on holiday and stuff like that. And now he ain't gonna be able to come back to somebody basic like her, or basic somebody like her, to a flat like hers, basically a small apartment. But she stayed there. She turned around and looked at him when they came out the bathroom. They were scared, and she told him that she was too basic for him, or she was basic enough for him, or whatever, and she could have her sloppy seconds. And they was like, wait a minute, we weren't saying whatever. And she walked up to him and put her hand up, like, how you do, like you gonna hit somebody. And they flinched. Well, actually, they actually more than flinched. They took off running. Wanda's mean, but they deserve that. Even though she a little mean, spoiled brat. And she was giggling, and she was like, silly bitches. I told you. And then she looking up at Luke, and he probably over there with him and shit, using her. I knew he was a Dusty. Wow. Nina says that Wanda is not Steven's child. Steven had a DNA test on all his children, and she said his will was very specific because he made sure his biological children had a certain amount of money. Wow. So she basically told Claudia that if she don't tell her where the money is, she gonna show it to Wanda. And she even asked her who had it. Was it Andre? And she said, did she say no, or did she just look sad? Andre's sitting up there with her right now. She had this like scared look on her face, sad, scared look. And she said, you're a protector over your own daughter. And she was like, please don't tell her. And she was like, watch me. Nina said, watch me. And she was like, it'll destroy her. And then Nina said, and it'll be your fault. And she was like, what if I stop the sale and I say Andre lied to me? So they about to stop the sale, or are they? What y'all think gonna happen? What y'all think gonna happen? Oh my god, I'm so excited. I don't even know. There's only one more episode left, but they better be making season 2, y'all. Claudia said she'll do anything. Just please don't tell her. Nina said, get me back my company and then we'll talk. Walked out, said, good chat, bitch. I added that to it, y'all. And of course, Wanda is visiting her father's grave. Why y'all have to do that right after they just tell us that this ain't this girl's dad? Damn. Yeah. Then she gets a text from her brother, says something's jumping off at the office. Get up here as soon as you can, or now, some shit. And she leaves the grave site, and they show Nina walking in, and the white lady Maureen is looking like, wow, that Nina is here. And she walks in, and they see Claudia. They show Claudia sitting at that big desk at that, I guess, in the conference room, and she got on these big sunglasses trying to hide her eyes. She looks sad, but she was looking sick when Nina left out that house, man. You know how somebody be rocking and they ain't crying, but they looking all in despair. That's how she was looking. Like, please don't tell my daughter. That's her baby. I guess that's the one she's the closest to too, because that's who she always was able to control. So Claudia announced to all of them that she is withholding her vote and she's not letting the deal go through, and that Nina will retain her position, and that she should have never went against her father's wishes. And everybody's looking around the table like, what? What are you talking about? Blah 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 blah. Andre gets mad, said he don't believe it. Nina said, believe it, baby. And she just walked out. He followed her out. You know, Maureen, she ear hustling for the whole conversation. I don't know if she could hear it, but it looked like she could hear some of it. And he's telling her that, you ain't gonna leave me out there. They're not gonna find your shareholder kids when they find, I guess, the money that's missing. They gonna find me. And she was like, we lost, deal with it. And he was like, you ain't gonna leave me out here. You gonna pay for this. And she was like, I'm already paying. And she walked out. Mm. And he just don't know. Nina coming after him, his old ugly self. Andre went in his office and threw a temper tantrum and punched the picture frame with one of his diplomas or certificates, or I don't know, degrees, and threw all of his stuff off of his desk. And he pouting, he hot, and he hot as fish grease too, y'all. And the kids is confused about why their mother changed their mind. And Gideon is confused too, but he's smirking like, yeah, Nina did it. Ah. So Nina said, your mom wants what's best for the company, and as shareholders, you should too. Wanda said, yeah, right. Like, girl, my mother don't want what's best for this company. That was funny, and Gideon was in the background smirking again. Nina told asses Flair and Gloria is back under her leadership. She liked their support, but at the end of the day, she don't need it. Gideon, and they walked out like a boss. Gideon sat down smiling and said, so you gonna tell me what you got over her? And she was like, what makes you think I have something over her? And he said, that woman never goes down without a fight. And she was like, let's just say I made it clear that I could pin the embezzlement on either her or Andre. And he was like, you called her bluff, and she didn't call your bluff, something like that. And she was like, mm-mm. So basically, yeah, they took the money. They took the money. Gideon's like, you got tangible proof? And she was like, let's just say the trip to Zurich came up with some surprises, and Andre has been ahead of us right from the start. But remember, y'all, I told y'all I thought Andre was in on this stuff. I'm shaking my hand at the damn screen, y'all, but I told y'all I thought Andre Dusty Behind was in on it. I knew that he had something to do with this month. If I can go back to like the first or second like episodes, I know I was saying this or whatever beyond. I was always thinking that Andre has something to do with it, and Claudia too. and that they may have even killed Stephen Richards. So Nina has a forensic accountant checking Andre's accounts, and Gideon is like, we gotta find that money because without that money, this company is just flailing. And Nina's like, I know. And they're gonna get that money. I can't wait until they get Andre little skinny behind. Nina's stepsisters and brothers is like, how does she get mom to budge? And then somebody said, one of them said, maybe mom had a change of heart. And Wanda was like, do you know your mother at all? And Alicia's like, one visit to the house, and all of a sudden she got mom to change her role. Well, why don't y'all going to find out what's going on so y'all can see? Because when y'all find out, y'all gonna be hot too. See, they say this family got too many secrets, and Nina definitely got something on my mom, because that is the only way that she could change her vote. You could tell that Nina has something on her. The way she even acting respectful towards Nina, she ain't never done that yet. Not even when she wanted Nina, when Nina was signing over the company to her in the first episode and could have been gone. She's the whole reason why Nina's there, because she was disrespectful. She ain't never been respectful. And Gus talking about something like what? Like saying it like in a mockingly way. Like he don't know this woman. You just found out that she was sleeping with your dad's friend and like person that worked right under him. Come on. Why he was still alive? Nina walked down the street and Asian playboy Mr. Rishi Mehta comes out of a building and says he came to see Nina. She like, and he like, I heard you, you know, got the deal away from them somehow. And she was like, I did what's best for my company. And he's like, I hope you're right, 'cause it's a lot of big companies that's struggling right now. And she like, what's up? And he's like, well, I want to talk to you. And she's like, well, you can make an appointment. Like, she went big red on him. My office hours are. He said he want to talk about the situation. She said the situation was done. I guess basically when you voted against me, bro. And he's like, you give off these cold vibes or whatever. And she was like, well, if you find me cold, I'm glad we're done. He swallowed real hard. I seen the whole Adam's apple move from the top all the way to the damn bottom. Probably could have seen it go through his whole body. It was so big and so dry. Like, damn. And he like, nah, I want to talk to you. You know, he really feeling Nina. He said he really didn't know who she was. Shit, he said he didn't even know he had shares in her company. She was like, I don't give a damn. So that was her building he was coming out of. And she went right on in, walked right past him. Went on in her house, I guess. Wow. Then it cuts to Wanda and Dusty Luke. And he crying about the fact that that video that he was doing when he was practicing for the part was leaked. And he figured out, I don't know how it took him so long to figure out that it was Wanda that leaked it, but it was only them two in the house making the video. And he was like, you took the video. And she was like, yeah. And how much did that journalist pay you to sell my family out? And he was like, this is my career. And she was like, all the stuff. No, he's like, and everything I ever done for you. And she was like, your career? She was like, you don't have a career. And she was like, well, what have you done for me besides use me and eat off of me and sleep in my bed and you know, what Dusties do. And then he was like, act like he gonna come. He was like, you bitch, act like he gonna come towards her and hit her or whatever. She was like, security. Two big dudes came in there, one big black guy and one big white guy. And then he was like, Wanda, you call security on me? Come on, let's talk. We can work it out. And she walked up to him and she put something in his hand and was like, get out. And then he started walking out. And then he was like, Wanda, you can't turn me out like this. And then she was like, oh, you're right. And she went in her purse and then got some dollar bills and then made it rain on him, just threw them at him. And he looked like he about to cry. Just like a Dusty. Go get your 3 trash bags. You 3 trash bag carrying Dusty. Because y'all know that's what they do. Dusties go from one girl house to the next with them trash bags because they ain't got enough stuff. So they got like 3 trash bags full of stuff. They put their stuff in and they walk around with them trash bags. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them glad bags. Oh, I'm sorry. The dollar store ones because you know they ain't got no money. But they use your bags. So you probably got the good bags. They take your bags. Because, you know, they got to get the bags from the woman. Dusty asses. They show Wanda walking up her stairs. Her stairs are bad. She got these bad circular stairs in her house, her condo, or whatever it is, and she kind of stops because it kind of hurts. She looked like she about to, her knees are buckling a little bit. Because remember, she said she don't like to be alone like her sister. That little shade she threw at her. That wasn't no shade. That was a tree that she threw at her. But yeah, so it's hitting her that she ain't got no man, y'all. But guess what? She gonna be all right. And she went right on up them stairs. Gideon found the account on Andres that shows all the money that he stole. And they matched it up. They said they was looking in the wrong place. And Gideon said he was sorry. And Nina was like, I am too. He said, what you gonna do? Y'all know how Nina is. She play no games. I don't know what you gonna do, Mr. Andre. I mean, he ain't really that ugly, y'all. He just made me mad. That's why I called him ugly. He alright. He alright. He dresses nice. It's just the way he is. You know when you're ugly on the inside, it make you ugly on the outside. But he alright. Wow, they show Nina get a text from Simon saying, are you sure? In her office. And he says this has to work. And she's just looking around at everybody like she's just waiting, just watching and scoping. And then she puts the phone down and she jumps up and she walks into Andre's office. And you can tell he's packing up his office because you see that same picture that he punched. He's putting in a box with other pictures underneath it. They're going to get all smart, talking about, you don't have to do this. I can see myself. I can pack my stuff up or some mess. I don't need your help. And she said, we way past that now. And she turns around. She's standing there. And then some guys walk in with some suits on. I don't know if they're detectives or what. But Andre looks scared, nevertheless. Detectives is like, we're arresting you under suspicion of the fraud act, something like that. And then he turns around and was like, Nina, what the fuck? And they, they reading the charges. It sounds like they trying to scare him to get him to say who really did it, if it's not him, or what really happened. Ooh, Andre said he ain't do nothing. This Claudia and you know it. And the cop try to grab him. He snatched his hand, say, get off me. He tell one of the other cops to go ahead and arrest him. They put handcuffs on him. What? And they walk his ass through the whole company, and everybody's like, oh shit, you can see in their eyes. Everybody's looking up like, oh my God. And then Alesha and Gus have the nerve to come out and ask Nina, because Nina's walking out, and then she's watching everybody watching him walk out. And Gus like, hey, this is our company too. We should have gotten a heads up after he asked if he stole them, if Andre stole the money. My bad, I'm getting ahead of myself. And Nina turns around and gives him this real nasty look. And she said, you got to be a fool if you think I'm going to trust you. And y'all are right. Why would she trust you? Talking about y'all not telling us. You didn't tell us because we voted against you. She's not going to trust you no more. Y'all fucked up. She trusted you. She was letting y'all do all the stuff that you wanted to do in the company. And you voted against her. Why should she? You are bugging. You better be lucky you still got a job. And y'all are crazy. Oh, disloyal asses just like your mama. Andre getting booked in at the jail and he mad. Because, he too good to be up in there. Yeah. We are at Claudia's house and they show some gorgeous. I mean, it's the most beautiful luggage I've probably ever seen. It's like a off-white color, and you can see the initials CR on them. Oh, so gorgeous. All these pieces all lined up, as if somebody's getting ready to go somewhere. Doorbell rings, and of course, it's Nina. Nina tells Claudia that Andre's been arrested and that she need her to stay out of it. And Claudia's like, what are you doing down there? Nina like, for once, just back off. And Claudia's like, fine, you're in charge. And she's finished packing up. Look like the bag that she's packing up right now. It's like a bag that you put like your jewelry or your cosmetics in, but it's still like a little suitcase. Oh, this stuff is so nice. They have some very nice stuff in the UK. Well, it might be here too, just out of my price range, so I never even heard of it. But that shit is nice. That's the nicest luggage I've ever seen in my whole life, even on TV or in a magazine or whatever. It's just gorgeous. So Nina hands Claudia the envelope with the DNA test results, and she tells her a deal's a deal. Wanda won't find out from her, and she opens it up and she looks inside and she sees that it is the DNA test results, and she has the nerve to say, "How can I trust you?" How you can trust her is if she just gave you the results and she did what she said she was gonna do. Like, because she's like that, it's hard for her to believe somebody else is not like her, trying to double cross somebody. Wow. Nina said, "My mother used to worry about us having to eat and visas and, all this stuff that she had to go through because they stole the company from her. So she said, if this keeps you up at night, then good." And left. The police let Andre go, told him he's being released pending a further investigation of the allegations. So basically, like a ROR out here. Then Gus is walking through his mother's house, looking like he don't know what's going on. Alesha walks in and said, "Did Wanda text you too?" And he was like, "Yeah, mom's not here." And she said, "Yeah, mom's at the lighthouse." And then Alesha says, "Whose car is that out there?" And he's like, "I don't know." And then you hear Wanda say, "I'm in here." Dun dun dun. Andre, old long ass, come out the police station and he messing with his tie. And then a driver says, "Sir." And then I thought he said Mr. Scott Clark. And then he goes to get in the car and Nina's sitting in there. And then he says, "I could fucking kill you right now," to Nina. Shoot, Nina said you could, but it wouldn't help your situation. And he's like, and start acting like he want to get out the car. She said, "If you want to clear your name, you better sit your ass down." You know he turned around. Not turned around. Turned around. So Andre said he was set up or whatever, and if she is messing with him, he gonna retaliate basically. And she's saying like basically, I baited that hook for a bigger fish, and you better show me some gratitude, cause I'm the only one standing in between you and your ass going to prison. So you need to calm the f down, bro. Calm down, bro. So they ride in the cab to Nina's house. But in the meantime, the step brothers and sisters are in the room where Wanda was, and Wanda shows them that safe that she had found. I don't remember what episode it was, y'all, but Wanda had found a safe. She had showed it to her mother, Claudia, and the mother told her to keep it quiet. So she let her sisters and brothers know, and she said it's time for the secrets to stop. I told y'all, too many damn secrets. So she said she found somebody, she hired somebody who know how to open it. But I'm kind of thinking that might be the same guy who told the mother that he couldn't open it. He looks so familiar. I think when the mother hired somebody, the guy said that this was like out of his, league. He couldn't really open it up, and that looked like the same guy. Unless I'm mixing him up from some other show, but looked like the same guy. And Alesha asked us if he knew about it, and he said no. They both said they ain't know about it either. Uh-huh. So Andre and Nina get to Alicia's house, which her apartment, her flat. And Simon is there making drinks. And they go to the living room. And not only is Simon there, but Davina is there as well, honey. So it's Davina, Simon, Nina, and Andre in Nina's flat. And Andre got scared. He's like, "What is this? What is this?" Yeah, I forgot all about Miss Davina because she wasn't answering no phone calls because she got accused of doing something that she was not doing. He was trying to set her up to look like she stole the money. Andre ain't ish, y'all. For real, for real. Andre say, what's she doing here? Nina said, it's time to catch a thief. Andre said, yeah, who's that? And the damn theme music came on, y'all. Okay, so this episode was alright. It was good, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It didn't compare to like the episode before and the episode before this. That was just the 4, 3 or something. I don't know. That episode, this is 5, so it was 3. 3 was like, this one has some surprising things, but I'm not surprised. I wasn't surprised that Wanda is not um, Steven's child because of the way Claudia is. She's so backstabbing and, she can't be trusted. So I wouldn't be surprised if she was cheating on her husband and had a baby that wasn't his and tried to pass it off as his. So that's not surprising. Not surprising about Luke, but I was surprised about Wanda when she called security and, stood up to him. I was surprised that Alesha and Gus thought that everything was going to be coochie crunch with Nina after they betrayed her. I wasn't surprised that Claudia fell for Nina's plan. I was surprised to see Davina there. Definitely not surprised to see Maureen because she, um, the white secretary the way she was with Andre because she was the closest to the father. So I don't know. It was I'm gonna give this episode a 7. It was alright. It was still good, but it wasn't as good as the last 2 episodes. But it was still good because the beginning was definitely dope when the hotel knew who she was and when she found the DNA results, on the boat, all that with the driver. That was dope. Of course, the Wanda thing, putting Luke out, Dusty Lukey Dookie. That was dope. But anyway, y'all, I know I did not say anything, but please don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to know when my next video is coming out, don't forget to hit that bell notification, and you will be notified when my next video comes out. Thank you so much for watching the whole video and sitting with me while I act a fool and watch the show. And don't forget that March 26th, I'm going to start doing Seeking Brother Husband. And hopefully we can get some lives and we can interact together. And I get to hear what you guys think as well. Yeah. All right. Thanks so much. Have a great night. Peace.